Excellency from Canada, my very good friend Peter Jacob, distinguished panelists, the delegates of the conference, a great morning indeed that we are gathered here under the name of an organization attributed to the most courageous woman of Pakistan, Asma Jahangir. A candle in the wind, indeed. I have been asked to highlight the role, the relevance of the Council of Islamic Ideology in the bills like the bill on forced conversion. Article 2 of the Constitution very clearly says that Islam is the state religion of Pakistan. Chapter 9 of the Constitution, 2 to 7, 2 to 8, and onward, say that no law repugnant to Quran and Sunnah will be constituted, will be made part of the legal dictum, legal rules of Pakistan. And the role has been assigned to the Council of Islamic Ideology. The forced conversion bill has certain clauses on which Council of Islamic Ideology has shown assent, has appreciated, and that is that forced conversion in any form is not allowed in any religion, including Islam. And punishment proposed by those who are committing forced conversion are in any way they are party to the process of forced conversion are liable to penalty. Council of Islamic Ideology has very openly agreed to it. But then there are problems in the process of conversion by choice, conversion which is not forced, in which there are certain clauses to which a joint committee of the Ministry of Religious Affairs and the research wing of the Council of Islamic Ideology showed and expressed reservations, like waiting for 90 days, appearing before a session judge, and a series of clauses which, of course, from Islamic point of view, can give rise to a number of problems. Because the acceptance of another religion, converting to another religion by choice, the clauses in the proposed bill are problematic in the opinion of the research wing of the Council of Islamic Ideology. Because there are certain attached practices, religious practices with conversion, and if one is obliged to wait for 90 days, then in the case of death, for example, the issue of inheritance can crop up. Which religion would be adopted in such a situation? The cases, for example, of the religious practices, the method of offering funeral, all these sort of things are questions which need to be addressed. We have agreed that as far as the bill is concerned, this is need of the time, but our suggestion is that instead of giving this bill a title of forced conversion, we can say regulation of religious conversion. Because if we say forced conversion, it would mean that we are agreeing to the problem that Pakistan has the problem of forced conversion, while our opinion is that may be a case or two, but in general, this problem does not exist in Pakistan. There are reports from Sindh, some parts of Sindh. There are reports from some sort of Punjab, but no report from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, no report from Balochistan, no report from Islamabad, no report from Gilgit-Baltistan. So this is a specific problem of a certain area which needs to be addressed, as Anwarul Haq Kakad committee has suggested, through some sort of administrative measures. Our suggestion is that we are open, Ministry of Religious Affairs, Council of Islamic Ideology, and we can together with the support and guidance of the Center for Social Justice and the Ministry of Human Rights, we can sit together, and we hope that we will be able to together develop a bill which will be implementable, which will not be controversial, and which would, in a better way, solve the problem which exists in some parts of Pakistan. These were some of my words which I wanted to share with you. I thank you very much indeed.